when you talk Prem-proven players, running out of them.
Yeah, we are running out of them.
Like in terms of gettable ones who we really think can improve the team.
I know.
Ndai, would you go for Ndai?
I would love Ndai. I think he's a quality player.
You go for him?
Yeah, I would.
You'd be happy with him?
Yeah.
You think he's an upgrade?
Yeah, for sure.
Upgrade on who?
Well, if he's replacing Son, he's not an upgrade. But I don't think Eze is better than... Well, I mean, probably right now he is. I don't know. I think Ndai is young still. What is he, 23?
Ilman Ndai.
I love Ndai. Every time I watch him play, he's exciting. He can take people on at will. He's got good finishing as well. I think he's going to go to a big club at some point.
He is 25.
Yeah. Good player, good age. I'll bring him in.
I like him. I think, again, I don't know if he's anything special. I think he's good, but I'm not sure if he's like a difference maker for us. I think, would you rather Ndai than Semenyo? Rather Semenyo?
Ndai or Semenyo? Probably Semenyo because of his...
a bit more physical.
Well, I think Ndai is fairly physical, isn't he?
Strong,
but not as much as Semenyo. But Semenyo is very versatile as well. So on that aspect, I think I would rather Semenyo. But don't get twisted. Ndai is a very, very good player. Very good player.
You'd rather Ndai than Madueke?
Yeah.
Really? I think I'd rather Madueke.
No, I'd rather Ilman and Ndai.
Interesting. I'm trying to look in, you got Kudus at West Ham. I mean, other than that, who are you looking at? Anyone at Fulham you'd be interested in? Can't think of any attackers.
Get Adama.
Yeah, not that again. Remember, we nearly spent 50 million on him. How mad is that? I mean, maybe you're looking at Brighton. You go overspend for like Minter or Mitoma, but you're talking big money to get them out.
Never happening.
Bournemouth, we know we've got Semenyo, but anyone else? Cliver, Utara, probably not. Like when you're looking at Prem proven, it's you're swimming in a very small pool.
If we're not getting
Elanga, Hudson-Odoi,
apparently he might be going to Newcastle. Elanga.
They just rejected 45 million for him. So talking about João Pedro, I mean, it's a very small pool of players you're looking at in Premier League who you'd be confident would improve us, and who are gettable. And they're all being snapped up very quickly. Very quickly. Everyone's moving quick. And we're just sitting here signing the Takais and the Takais and the Broads. And these are the ones we're focusing on.
I mean, there's Johan Wissa, but he's not really a winger. I mean, he has been in the past. We should have gone all out for Cunha, man. We really should have. We should have put that money down on a table.
I know.
Cunha was the one for me.
Even Delap, we lost out on Delap. He's gone to Chelsea. Like, he was one. Mateta, would you go for a Mateta as a backup striker? I mean, I like that, but I don't know. Is that someone we're desperate for?
I don't think Mateta comes here as a backup striker.
Do you try and bully Villa with our PSR if they're struggling? Go for Rodgers, something like that?
It's never happening. Never.
Watkins, don't they want to sell one of Watkins or Rodgers?
It's never in a million years these things are happening.
So we might have to look outside the Premier League at this point.
Well, the one to look outside of the Premier League is Javi Simons.
Alex Benya, but he's gone. No, yeah, Javi Simons. Yeah, we have to push the bow on him.
I think the three players which I can see us being in for now is Javi Simons, Dibbling and Kudus.
Do we test the waters with Bowen?
I mean, I would love to get Bowen through the door. I think Bowen would be brilliant. Bowen is a top player. Proven every year as well, even when West Ham are doing shit.
Would you rather spend more on Bowen or get Kudus?
How old's Bowen?
28.
28. And how old's Kudus?
24.
I think Bowen is better right now, but I think I would go for Kudus.
Yeah, I think I would as well. It's just slim pickings. I am finding it hard to believe now we're going to get a Prem-proven player.
We're not. The only Prem-proven player that we're going to get is Kudus. He's the only one.
Or Semenyo, yeah.
Or
we'll have to overpay for Semenyo.
Spurs and overpaying don't go. Gibbs White, yeah. People are saying Gibbs White, but he's not a winger. White,
yeah, not exactly what we need. I mean, I'd love Gibbs White, but he's not exactly what we need. Yildiz from Juve, keep dreaming. Not getting Yildiz.
You know it's going to be Dibbling. We all know it's going to be Dibbling.
God, it's so going to be Dibbling.
We all know it. It's going to be Dibbling.
You know, it's just so frustrating. You got all, Kirker's getting snapped up.
It's going to be Dibbling, and you're going to be excited, and just Let it rest at that,
It'll be a
mate.
deadline dibbling.
Yeah, we're going to be absolutely gassed.
Or a deadline Nunes deal. Deadline day Nunes.
God. Just accept it now that it's going to be dibbling and you're going to get excited. Just accept it now.
If it's only going to be excited if it's deadline day. Other than that, I'm not getting excited by it.
This window is
'Cause
literally going nowhere so fast.
It's terrible.
Are we going to sign anyone this window that is above the age of 21?
And you just look, we're already in the position we are. And you look at the deals everyone's doing. It's just madness. It's madness how everyone's getting their squads together already. Unbelievable squads as well. The talent everyone seems to be getting in improving their team when they're already better than us. And I know we're going to be better than 17 next season, but still, obviously the challenge is to get back up there challenging with those teams. And the gap is increasing by the day at the moment with all these signings.
Sessegnon?
Get Ryan Sessegnon through
Is
the
he
door.
club trained?
Don't think so. We signed him at 19.
Who else can we get? I'm just looking through like top goal scorers in the league last year. Like I'm down to like 3 goals.
Jacob Murphy got, 10 assists?
He's gone somewhere, hasn't
Is
he?
he?
Has Jacob Murphy not signed for someone?
Did they sell him? Don't think so. I think he's still there.
I thought he signed for someone. I might be wrong. No, he
place
hasn't
for
gone
Newcastle.
anywhere.
I think you might be talking about his brother.
Who's his brother?
He's got a twin brother.
Oh, is it?
Yeah,
Who did he sign for?
don't know. But he's not as good, so maybe he signed for someone.
The other one is Garnacho.
Garnacho. God.
So this is how it's going to work, right?
Beggars can't be choosers right now.
Spurs win the Europa League against Manchester United in the final. Manchester United have been making all these cuts. They've been going through all these financial issues more than ever before. As soon as the window opens, Cunha gets done. Straight away, we're fighting for them for Mbeumo, and Mbeumo goes there. And then we're going to take their rejects in Garnacho.
Mm-hmm.
That's what's going to happen.
God. And we're going to sell it as if it's some great signing.
Or we're going to get Rodrigo Muniz for like 50 million.
We're so done, man.
Would you take Ismail Yassar?
Ismail Yassar? No. I think I'd just rather stick with Brennan and Decky, to be honest. I'm not saying he's bad. I don't think there's enough to suggest we should sign him to upgrade in that position.
What about John Duran?
Well, getting back from Saudi, I'll take him.
Apparently he's in talks with Fenerbahce or something at the moment, or Galatasaray, one of these teams.
Yeah, I'll take John Duran, but it doesn't really help us that much. But I'll take him. Harvey Elliott, he's apparently going for 40 million from Liverpool.
You know what? They signed that he's going to go to Brighton, right? Harvey Elliott, I heard, for 40 million.
Mm-hmm.
They signed McAllister for 35 million from Brighton.
Yeah, it's nuts, isn't it?
How mad is that?
Yeah, it's crazy. I think Elliott's a great talent. I like Harvey Elliott.
Yeah, but he's nowhere near and will never be anywhere near McAllister.
Yeah. Different kind of positions.
But still, like, I'm talking about like stature in the game. Like
Right now, yeah. I think Elliott's got super talent.
he does.
I really like
But
him.
there's, Liverpool are not happy to see him go, but they're going to take 40 million for him.
Yeah, because he's a bench player. But because he's young. But whenever he plays, he seems to do well, I think. Who was it who just brought up a good point? Where is he? Why point now says, why no one is talking about Ademola Lookman?
Yeah, what is going on with Ademola Lookman?
I think he was leaving, isn't he?
Yeah, but there's been no kind of reports about it.
He had another very good season off the back of he scored a hat-trick in the Europa League final. I like Ademola Lookman. I really like him.
What's his best position?
Probably off the left.
There's one here from L'Apprentice members chat, member for 26 months, and he says, don't listen to what Levy says. Observe what Levy does. Clearly his plan all along is to spend little and maximise the revenue. I mean, that is absolutely spot on. Absolutely spot on. George U says, Levy wants to compete for top 4 and CL and buy kids. joker. Absolutely spot on as well. Big up to you, George. And KPV with the members chat member for 19 months says, lads, Eze hasn't agreed personal terms with Arsenal. Sky Sports News haven't reported any news about it yet. It's fake news.
It's because they're busy, Kyle. They're just busy. That's why they haven't done
It's
it.
because they blocked you, Carl.
They blocked you because they're busy.
Bunny Rats 2858. I think this is what's his name? Crazy Rat.
Did he change his name?
Yeah, he says I'm sad.
Aren't we all? Aren't we all, Bunny Rats? We're all sad. How much do you think it would take to get Matoma out of Brighton?
70 mil?
70?
Yeah.
How long has he got on his contract? Mitoma. Contract till 2027. 2 years. But he's 28 now already.
Yeah.
I reckon 50 million you can do it.
You reckon?
Maybe 60.
I think there's interest from Saudi and Mitoma. I think they're willing to put down massive money for him.
Or Minte.
I would love Minte. I think Minte's quality.
I think I signed him for a decent amount. He's 20, 10 goal contributions last season.
He's got a market value of 30. They signed him for 38.
Yeah, he's got a long contract till 2029.
Yeah, that's
38 million euros they signed
80
him.
million or something.
Yeah, that's a big one. That's a biggie. God. It's not looking good, bruvs. It's not looking good.
Any Tottenham news going?
We don't have the
going
capabilities for that. The news is we're cooked. That's the news. Keith Andrews has been announced as the Brentford manager 2 minutes ago.
How mad is that? Brentford have just appointed their set-piece coach as their manager.
Quite the upgrade for him. Fair play.
Arsenal gonna appoint that, what's his name, Jova, as their next manager. Is he still going to be their
Gold
set-piece
has
coach?
done the 146 million Tottenham transfer gambles that didn't pay off. Basically, Ali Gold's going for all the talented youngsters we've bought in who've been rubbish. Number 1, Brian Hill. Number 2, Alejo Veliz. Although he's done a Football London understands that all the talk from the Argentinian about bids made and advanced move for Veliz are only noise from the media from his homeland, and Spurs have not received any concrete bids.
No.
They will accept a reasonable offer, though, for the player who currently does not appear good enough to break through into the Tottenham first team setup. Ashley Phillips is in that category. That's a bit harsh. He's saying he's part of it. Joe Rodon. Yep, he's probably signed over 12 million. Ndombele. He's there. 60 million. Ryan Sessegnon, 25 million. Jack Clark, 10 million. And that's it. So he's putting that as the 146 million pounds we've wasted on youngsters. If we would have just put all that money together and just bought 2 players for like 75 million or whatever it is, what could have been?
Then what?
Could have been cooking.
Only if we would have put the wages alongside it. Because if we weren't going to put the wages alongside it, we probably wouldn't even got of that an amazing player.
But I think the the point he's making is we spend all this money on potential and up and coming players, and then just to save money. But at the end of the day, you end up spending more because 146 million there you spent.
What we should have done is keep the transfer fees the same, but just use more on wages. Use that extra excess money on the wages.
Well, what player for? Oh no, we spent
65 on let's just talk about.
Ndombele was 200 grand a week.
Yeah, but he was like the exception to the rule.
But all these others, like, okay, Sessegnon for 25 million. What 25 million are you going to put on big wages?
I'm looking at more like the money spent on Solanke and Richarlison. I'm talking about that kind of money.
Yeah, but then we're talking about these players.
Yeah, but you can. But I'm talking about those players.
But this is okay, fine.
You're talking about the Richarlisons, and in that moment in time, PSG bought Kvicha for less than that. for 50 million. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, there are players available for 50, 60 million. Whether they want to come to Spurs or not, that's a different conversation completely. But there are players out there for 50, 60 million that if you give them top whack wages, they are much better, different stratospheres to the players that we're playing in, to the players that we're getting.
Yeah. But we also clearly spend a lot of money on a lot of talent and potential, which has gone down the drain. A lot of it. For every talented youngster we buy that's been made it, like Bergvall, whatever, and maybe this Takai, you know, there's a Jack Clark, a Brian Hill, a Ryan Sessegnon, Joe Rodon.
You're already putting Takai in the made it camp.
I'm just saying, if he makes it, there's for every one of those, there's one of these.
Yep.
Valise.
I know.
And it's totaled up. He's paying at 146
and
million.
there's probably a lot more than that as well.
So we've got to look at that. Tottenham.
But how many of these have been in the last couple of years?
They've all been since 2019.
Yeah, but I mean, Jack Clark and Sessegnon was the same summer,
And on the belly.
and all of three of them were the same summer. Joe Rodon was Mourinho, I think.
Phillips and Valise
Phillips
were
is
both
the
under
most recent
Ange.
one. I think it's unfair to put Phillips there. Valise is fair enough.
He
And
was
who's the
under
other one?
Ange. Hill under
Hill,
Nuno.
yeah, that was just a terrible signing. But there, you look over the history of the club. There's just so many in this category. But there are so many that we can say that worked out as well.
Got your Nkudus and your Ng's, the famous two. Yeah.
Well, this has been a uplifting stream for you guys. Really uplifting.
Well, until something good happens, we're not going to be happy, are we? It's all going to be bad.
Yeah,
It's just so demoralising, the window right now, if you're a Tottenham fan.
I know, because
It is.
you go into it all with all this hope.
But
being
it
like-
should have, at this point in June, when we've still got a whole, basically 2 months, it shouldn't be. But every one we should be competing for is making moves, making big, serious
Just
moves.
look at Liverpool, for example. They just won the bloody league, and they've spent 200 million already.
Like, it's hard not to be annoyed and downhearted when everyone is making big moves. Not only they're making big moves on players that you should have been in for, and they're shortening the pool of players that we can sign within the Premier League who are Prem proven. So that pool is whittling down day by day of players who would obviously upgrade us in certain positions.
Yeah.
And they're making big moves, and we're not. And it's not to say by the end of the window we can't sign a bunch of players. It's just saying right now where we stand at the moment, it's hard not to be disheartened about where the window is going. It's very hard not to be. And I know you get the fans who'll say, yeah, but it's so soon, and why are you complaining? It's like, look what's going on. Like, wake up. Look what's happening.
Wake up and smell the coffee, people.
It's
Yeah.
not about, we're only signing Taka. It's got nothing to do with that. It's look what everyone's doing. Look at what the moves people are making. And I know there'll also be an argument saying, yeah, it doesn't matter what they do. It just matters what you get through the door. But are we going to make signings anywhere near that kind of quality that they're making? Those are the moves. These are the moves these guys are making. We have to keep up with that. And we're never going to do that. And we're not doing it. And we've got no ambition to do it seems.
But we got Frank.
Yeah, we've got Frank, who's just going to turn everyone into world-class players, maybe. Yeah, I think that's what they're banking on.
Frank is going to turn water into wine next season.
Maybe. That could. I mean, maybe he could, but it's hard to believe.
Yeah. Yeah, that's it. Timo's just gone to MLS.
Ah, nice.
He's just gone to New York Red Bulls.
Good for him.
Unbelievable.